Okay, so in this next video, we're gonna fix a couple of issues regarding the enemy rotation. So right now, the enemy follows us successfully, but way too perfectly. Meaning what? That if this enemy is actually shooting at us, then we're not gonna get any chance to escape because no matter where we go, its projectiles are always gonna land on us. Like we don't really have a chance of escaping because it's following way too perfectly. So we wanna actually add some delay to this so that we do get a chance to escape. Okay, so on the drone, we're gonna go ahead and add a node here called delay. I think we've used this one in the past already. So we're basically gonna make it that when we begin that we're trying to get a reference to our player pawn, we're gonna wait a couple of seconds before we actually get that reference. So doing that is gonna make it so that it kind of like waits out 2 seconds before following us. But if we run our game, we're gonna notice that we are gonna get like some errors here once we do that 2 second change. Now, why are we getting these errors? Because if we read them, it says the blueprint is accessing none, trying to read the target pawn. So why is it reading null or none? Because here, remember we are waiting 2 seconds to get the reference of the target pawn. But the problem is that on the event tick, remember this runs every frame. And in this one, we are setting the rotation based on that target pawn, right? Basically, we are trying to use target pawn down here before it actually has been uh, obtained, like before we actually get the reference to it. This is why we're getting that error. So how do we fix that error? We're gonna do the following. We're gonna drag and drop, get the target pawn here in between these two. But now here we're gonna right click and do this specific option like convert to validated get. And then what does that do? It converts my variable that I'm getting and it's giving two outcomes. It's kind of like a branch node. It's giving an output for when it's valid and for when it's not valid. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna use this here, but we're gonna connect it only when it's valid. In this way, whenever it's not valid, we're like ignoring this connection. So basically, we're only setting the rotation when the target pawn is valid. When it's not, we ignore the flow. Okay, so compile and save, and then if we run our game, we're not gonna have any errors, and if we take a look at this, you see, we fixed the issue of the errors. There's no errors now. But now, what's the issue now? We have one more thing to fix, which is that the drone, okay, waits 2 seconds, but after the 2 second wait is done, it basically rotates at us immediately, like way too abruptly, right? Like if you take a look at this, boom, way too quick, right? So on the next video, we're gonna fix how to make that smoother.